super excited to announce that the Cajun Cardboard brand has added another affiliate partner. It's BCW Supplies. You can find them at bcwsupplies.com for all of your card collecting, protecting, and display needs. Penny sleeves, top loaders, boxes, anything you need. There's page after page of supplies at BCW. Just make sure at checkout you use the promo code CAJUN, C-A-J-U-N, to get 10% off of your order. All right, folks, this is the Thursday kind of theme I've been going through lately. If you guys hadn't followed, I'm consolidating my Michael Jordan collection. I'm looking to kind of taper my Michael Jordan collection and get down from over 1,000 slabbed Michael Jordan cards in my Fanatics Vault down to 23. It's proving to be very difficult, although I took a huge step forward in the acquisition phase of this consolidation. The selling of the consolidation, the selling part of it is really tough because you can't just throw 1,000 Michael Jordan cards into a Fanatics weekly auction. They don't all fit in the premier auction. So I'm having to stagger it, and I'm selling anywhere from 10 to 50 every single week in these Fanatics weekly auctions, and I am having incredible results. Very, very good results. Like I said, I always put my money where my mouth is. Today's video, you're going to see 14 more Michael Jordan cards. 13 of them are gem mint. Every single one of them, except for one, and it may be the biggest, is a hierarchy card. So 13 gems, 13 hierarchy cards, a lot of really good eye candy, but we're only looking at 14 cards, so this is going to be a very short video, so bear with me. Just trying to bring a little bit of attention to make sure I can get these Michael Jordan cards that I am letting go into the hands and into the collections of you folks that are part of the Cajun Collective, the folks that have kind of built the foundation for what this channel has become. Hopefully I can spread my seed, for lack of a better term, a naughty term, and let some of you guys take these cards off my hands for fair market value in the Fanatics Weekly Auction. This will be the Fanatics Weekly Auction number 197. It's ending this Thursday, so in probably 3 days from the time you're seeing this video, on October 26th, fanaticscollect.com. I'm putting a link directly to these 14 cards in this YouTube description. So all you have to do is go into the description right now, click the link, boom, you get to see the 14 cards if you don't want to listen to me talk about them. That's what this video is about. That is also an affiliate link. So if you use that link and go through that link, a little chunk of your purchase price will come back to support the Cajun Cardboard channel. So hopefully that's what these videos are about. Somebody the other day bitched and complained and said it's turning into the Cajun Cardboard Home Shopping Network. I'm not sure how that's the case. I'm doing one video a week talking about cards that I'm selling. I've always talked about cards that I buy and sell, so nothing's changed as far as that goes. I just happen to be selling more than I used to sell, and I'm giving you 9 videos a week, for God's sakes. If you guys can't sit through one where I'm trying to sell cards, I don't know what else to do to please everybody. I definitely want to give the people what they want. I think a lot of you guys have been very receptive, and let me know in the comments if you're okay with these videos. I think they're helping spread awareness of some Jordan cards. And these are not all huge cards. Some of these are going to be big cards, but these are not all huge cards. These are cards that you guys are going to want to get your eyes on to maybe put into your collection. And so that's, hopefully it's a win-win. I've got to move some cards. I've got to pay some debts because like I said, I made a really, really big, power of 23 tier 1 consolidation the other day. And you guys will see that video very soon. I actually picked up 5 tier 1 cards in one day, which sounds crazy. It sounds like lunacy, but when you got to strike while the iron's hot, and opportunities to pick up tier 1 Michael Jordan cards do not come along every day. And so you guys will see what I'm talking about. I'm really excited about it, but it costs a lot of money. And so that's why you're going to see me selling some of these absolutely beautiful Jordan cards today. All right, enough. Let's get going. One thing I do want to say before we get started, and this is just me paying bills, bcwsupplies.com. If you're looking to reorganize your collection, you need top loaders, you need card savers, you need binders, you need vinyls. If you got kids and they want to collect, buy them a 3-ring binder. buy them the 3x3 vinyl pages like we had, us old folks had in our, where we kept our collection growing up in the 70s, in the 80s, even into the 90s, yes. If you're looking for anything like that, card savers, if you're looking to buy raw grade flip and you're sending cards to PSA and SGC and BGS, use bcwsupplies.com. If you use the promo code Cajun, you will get a 10% discount at checkout. It's CAJUN. Go to bcwsupplies.com. The link to get to bcwsupplies.com, if you can't remember that, is also in this YouTube description. They are one of my fine affiliate partners out there. I use BCW Supplies for all of my stuff. If I kind of tilted the camera over here, you'd see literally thousands of cards that are in BCW top loaders and penny sleeves, and it's where I buy my card savers and all the stuff that I send to PSA when I grade my cards with PSA as well. Anyway, let's get going here. We got 14 cards. I've got it pulled up. Again, I'm pretty damn transparent, so you can see what they're at right now. Right now, we got a $7,349 for 14 cards. They are all live. They are all ending, like I said, October 26th. If you don't use the link in the description, when you get to Fanatics, go to the filters on the left. Go to weekly auction number 197. There is a Cajun Cardboard filter. Yes, Fanatics thought so highly of me that they decided to give me, let me fix this camera, my very own Cajun Cardboard filter. You can't miss it. It's real easy. It's over on the left, and there's a bunch of other filters over there as well, but you can go to the Cajun Cardboard one first off. And we'll go in order of what the bid amount is right now. And again, this doesn't really matter to me because I'm recording this on Tuesday, October 21st. You guys are not going to watch it till Thursday, October 23rd, and it's not going to sell until Sunday, October 26th. So what these cards are at right now, I don't panic. People are like, I can't believe my cards are undervalued, and they're talking about 72 hours before the auction ends. Dude, relax. It's going to happen. Trust me. I've got the results. I've shared it on this channel a million times. Your cards are going to get what they're worth when you sell them on Fanatics, especially if they're Michael Jordan cards, and especially if they're hierarchy, and especially if they're gem mint, and that's what most of these are. So let's get cranking. So card number one, you guys know it. I can't remember what I bought this damn card for, but I bought it pre-COVID for sure. This is a quad gem, BGS 9.5 quad gem Nike promo from 1985. You guys know the card. You love the card. Next, we've got a 96 Skybox EX 2000. This card did very well in the Back to Basics March Madness style bracket, where we tried to let the hobby decide what Michael Jordan's greatest base cards were. This card did very, very well. If I recall, you guys can go back and check up on that video playlist. It's called Back to Basics. It's a really fun look at Michael Jordan's best 64 base cards. Yeah, we talk about the hierarchy, we talk about inserts and parallels. That's what we love, right? The big money stuff, the rare stuff. But the base cards need some love too, and that Back to Basics project was awesome. This 96 EX 2000 is just a base card, but damn, it looks really good. Bad image on card ladder right there for some reason. This is a card that's up 39% over the last 2 years, but guys, it came back a couple times from the last sale, hitting an all-time high of 6,600, dipping to 5,500, jumping back to 5,600. I suspect it's going to sell somewhere between $5,000 and $6,000. If it runs over 6,600, that's great. Congrats, Fanatics did their job. Here's why it's so valuable. Number one, it's freaking gorgeous. Number two, it's got a 1% gem rate. There's 46 PSA 10s out of 3,870 graded between BGS and PSA. 46 out of 2,769 with PSA. And that's how you get base cards worth in excess of $5,000. They look good, they got PSA 10s, and the gem rate is 1%. I don't know what else to say. Next, we've got the 97 SPX Gold. If you guys collect these and you guys pay attention in the hierarchy, you know there's of course the base, but then there's the sky, there's the silver, there's the gold, there's the grand finale, which is the big tier 1, big boy. This is the gold, so this is the next best thing. It's a BGS 9.5. It is a Pop 4, none graded higher. This is a really big card. It's going to do very well. I think the PSA 10 of this thing went for like almost $10,000. Am I crazy on that? I feel like I got to look that up because I'm supposed to know this stuff. If I'm going to be the Jordan guy, I got to at least look this stuff up. PSA 10, 1997, SPX Gold. Let's see what happens. That's not it. That's not it. That's it right there. What does it sell for? $9,900. What is the highest price ever paid? Okay, I knew I wasn't crazy. It sold for $10,000 twice. Once it sold for $10,650. Once it sold for $10,000. If we look at the thing in BGS 9.5, you're looking at my card, which is probably, I put 2 decimals in there. Never gonna find it there. The highest it's ever sold for is $3,600. Guys, that was in 2000. Nope, that's not right. That's a different card. There it is right there. Let's say $3,000, highest price ever paid. If we go sort by date sold, check this out. This card in a BGS 9.5 has not sold in a really long time. And here it is right here, 2020, almost a year ago it sold. Coleman Cards, one of the greatest dealers in the country. Coleman's been on the channel before. He's a great Jordan card dealer. And this might be my card. I don't know. Shit, I don't even know. What is this, number 205? What is mine? Nope, that's not mine. Okay, so where did we go? Sorry, here we are. Okay, so you're looking at a card that Card Ladder thinks is worth $4,800. That's about half of a PSA 10. Fair enough, whatever. We got your go-to in Fuego. This is the Topps, not the Topps Chrome. For those of you scoring at home, I've always said I think the Topps looks better than the Topps Chrome, despite Topps Chrome usually being considered a superior product. So we got an in Fuego PSA 10. We've got a Power Palette PSA 10 and a Skyview PSA 10. And this is just God's plan, right? We got these two right next to each other just so I can show you just how similar these cards look. There's your Power Palette from 1995 Hoops. There is your Hoops Skyview 1995 SV1. Power Palette, Skyview, right? These cards look almost identical. The Skyview is a little brighter. The Power Palette's a little darker, but same alien image of Jordan. Chris McGill and I just recently did a video on the ugliest Jordan cards we could find, and the Skyview, believe it or not, made its way on there. The card's great. The image of Jordan, not so much, right? We've seen better. So Power Palette and Skyview. Skyview is a bigger card than most people realize. It's a Pop 57. This card has not done what most other Jordan PSA 10 hierarchy inserts have done, despite being only a Pop 57 and a 13% gem rate. This card's more rare. Go look at the pack odds on your hierarchy poster. Turn it over. Look at the pack odds on the back for the Skyview. It's a tier 4 card, but it's one of the bigger tier 4 cards. As you can see, this thing is going to do a pretty good number. It's going to do 4,000 plus. We know that. Maybe it'll do 5,000. I don't know. But this is what your chart looks like over the last year. Only up 10.87%. And honestly, the last 3 have come down from the all-time high of 48.99. So maybe an opportunity for you guys to jump in, get both of these, post a picture, and say, this looks like the same card, but it's not. Power Palette's not. Skyview. We got a PSA 9 because I could never find the 10. Refractor with coating. This is the 96 Finest number 127, that Maestro's, and it's got coating on there for all of you coating lovers. You can get one over on Cajun Cardboard and buy it with coating, even though you guys know I hate that. Maybe you buy it with the coating. Maybe you take the coating off, send it in. Maybe it comes back PSA 10. Maybe the reason it got a PSA 9 was the surface, the coating surface. I don't know. We've got a 97 Finest refractor, no coating, the way God intended. Number 39, the Finisher's refractor, PSA 10 right there. Profiles, a nice cheap way to get into the Michael Jordan stuff. This one's only at 100-something bucks right now. All these cards, 100-something bucks, 100-something bucks, 100-something bucks. We know it's not going to stay there, but maybe you get in, put a bunch of low bids in here. Maybe you hope for the best, and maybe one of them slips through the crack. It doesn't seem to happen very often with Fanatics on Jordan PSA 10s, but you never know. And then this is the card that's going to get a lot of attention. It's going to do really well. This is the 1998 Upper Deck Choice StarQuest Green. There's four. There is the StarQuest Green. There is the StarQuest Blue. There is the StarQuest Red, which is a filthy color match. And then there is the StarQuest Gold, which... well, I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag. The StarQuest Gold will be talked about on the channel very soon, and I'm very excited about it, and I'll just leave it at that. But this is the StarQuest Green. Great looking image. If you're a big fan of Christmas, Jesus' birthday, StarQuest Green looks good with Jordan's red image in the background. Does that pop or what? I don't know what else to say. This thing freaking pops. Guess what the pop is? 24. Shout out to the Bean. Kobe Bean Bryant. Gem percentage, 6%. 544 graded, only 24 PSA 10s. I think it's a little bit undervalued. I think a card should probably be worth a little bit more. Watch this. This is how important this StarQuest Green is and how people are starting to catch on to the blue, the red, the green, and of course the StarQuest Gold, which is a freaking phantom, a little Sasquatch. 2737 is the most recent sold. Before that, 2220. Before that, 1750. Before that, 1500. Watch what happens when I sort this by price. That's the same. It's the same. Look, I'm changing date sold and price. Guess what? Nothing's changing. What does that mean? That means the all-time record has been set at least 1, 2, 3, 4 consecutive times. That's what that's telling you, that the highest price ever is going up in sequential order. So, and I've got it here. Actually, I didn't realize this was in the database, but there's your chart right there. And as you can see, no, this is not working. We're missing some in here for some reason, or maybe they sold on the same date. What's going on here? Yeah, for some reason we're missing a few. I don't know why those showed up in sales history, but they're not showing up in here. Very, very strange. Anyway, if we sort this by all time, that's what your chart looks like, right? And so the last one that sold was back in May of this year for $2,737. I don't want to call my shot, but I think this one's going to do better than that. I just don't think there's that many of those out there. There's only 24, and I think this one's going to get some attention. I'm super excited to finally announce that the Cajun Cardboard brand is now an affiliate partner with Ship My Cards. Ship My Cards has deep roots in the sports card hobby and a comprehensive list of services from shipping and storage to grading, consignment, private sales, escrow services, and even the exclusive premium white glove delivery service for your highest of the high-end cards. When you check out on shipmycards.com, make sure to use the promo code Cajun123. Hoop Screams PSA 10, you guys know it and you guys love it. Great name for a Jordan card, is available. It's only $73. Get your bids in. Slam Cam, there's the 96, big card. There's the 97, mid-size card, and that's what you're looking at here, the mid-size horizontal. It's a great image of Jordan. Somebody did something stupid. He's giving him a look out of the corner of his eye like, what are you doing? Why are you so stupid? Why can't you be like me? 132 pop, and this is a card that's come back a little, so this is going to be an opportunity for you guys to get in, pick up a card that was about $2,000 a few months ago. Probably gonna be able to pick it up for about $1,400. I'm dead serious. Like, I know this. I can read a graph. I can read a trend. 132 doesn't make it the rarest card in the world, but really good looking card. Again, 132 ain't that many, right? We're talking about a 19% gem rate, 1,000 graded, 133 of them, 132 of them, something like that. Card seems to be trending downward. If you could pick it up in the 1,500 range, you're probably doing really well long-term on that 97's horizontal hoop screens. The 96 SPX Hollow View Heroes PSA 10. Got it pulled up. There it is. These are the most recent sales prices. Again, this one seems to have dipped as well after crescendoing at 1,920 twice in September and August. The card seems to have come back down to 1,470. I think the next one sells between 1,400 and 2,000. We don't know where it's going to sell in there. It depends on the label. This is a brand new PSA label, so it is very clean, very good looking. The issue with this card, if you kind of click in and you look at the back of the card, it's always going to be edge chipping, and you'll notice, watch this. I'm going to click it and show you guys. This one's special, dude. I'm just going to show you. This one should push 2,000. Look at the edges. Look at the freaking edges on this card. That is unusual, even for a PSA 10. Unusual, really good looking. What about the surface? The surface is sometimes the issue because it's got surface defects because it's a hologram on the front. Guys, it looks about as good as it gets. It looks about as good as it gets. And these are obviously on the images. Those are not on the card, or I never would have graded a PSA 10. So anyway, that's at $54. We know that's not going to hold. That card's going to do a lot higher than that. And then lastly, we got a Fleer Total O, right? And this is the Fleer Total O, not the hot packs, just the Total O PSA 10 from 1995. There's 3 years of Total O. I think it's 95, 96, 97. Did I get that right? 95, or is it 94, 95, 96? I can't remember. You guys, I should know this. Man, I created the hierarchy. I should know this. Let's just do it. Shoot. Let's just plug this in. Let's just plug this in to make sure. I think no, it's not 94. Okay, so it's 95. Yeah, okay, so it's 95, and then there's also a hot packs, right? And then there's 96. Yep, of course. And then there's 97's the hard one. That's it. 95, 96, and 97. 97, this one right here, this one was a bitch. I never got this thing in a PSA 10. And why? Because there's 12 of them, right? It's 5% gem rate. It's much more rare than the others. 333 total graded. So I wish I had that one. I think I have a PSA 9 of this one. I don't know if I've sold it, but it's for sale. And by the way, now is not a bad time to remind you guys. And that's it. That's the 14 cards, guys. Go ahead, get in there, get your bids in, do your thing. Use the link in this description. Use the Cajun Cardboard filter, whatever you got to do. FanaticsCollect.com is where it's at. It's ending this Sunday, October 26th in the evening. Get in before extended bidding. Get your bids in. Hope for the best. But what I was going to tell you is I just sent a link today. I've got 493 Michael Jordan cards remaining in my vault. That's after selling 600 plus already over the last 60 days. You guys have followed me. You've watched what I've done on this consolidation project. We've talked about selling on Fanatics Collect. We've talked about selling privately on Instagram. We've talked about me sending text messages to my buyers list and moving cards. They're still moving. I've sold more for all-time record prices than I have for less than all-time record prices. Let's just put it that way. So we're still somewhere near the peak of the market, depending on the card, depending on the value of the card. We're starting to see some I don't want to say a little bit of pullback, a little bit of thoughtful measuring on mid to low end Jordans, even in high grades. Okay, so we're not pushing the envelope so hard. We're not trying to bust through that ceiling like we were about 35 days ago when all hell broke loose and I couldn't even get through a work day because my phone wouldn't turn off. But you guys have seen what I'm doing. I've got 493 cards left. Again, out of that 493, I've got about 30 that I've got to decide what I'm doing with as far as the Power of 23 project. And I'm just going to keep updating you guys if you care. I don't know if you care or not. If you see Power of 23 project, that's going to be me talking about my best 23 cards. You may not give a damn. If you don't, please skip the video. I implore you, but those are going to be very Cajun-centric, collector-driven videos where I talk through the 23 and the what's on the chopping block. Right now, I've got to let some legacy collection cards go. They don't fall within my top 23. Some of them do, but not all of them. So I've got all 7 legacy collections. I've actually got multiple copies of the Rose Zero 1997 in gem condition. So I've got about 3 records collections I'm going to keep, and I've got 5, including a duplicate, that I am going to let go. I'm selling big cards like that as well. Most of those deals I'm going to end up doing privately. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I did let go of a Meltdown for an all-time record again on Fanatics. Buy it now. The Meltdown PSA 10 sold for $46,000. I netted more than the highest gross sale price ever for a Meltdown PSA 10. Very happy about it. Got paid immediately, just like that, by a very reputable buyer. So that money went into my Fanatics account. I pulled the money out of my Fanatics account. Within 48 hours, it was wired into my bank account. And guess where it went? I wired it out to as part of an installment payment for this big tier 1 acquisition that I'm making on a private deal. So money is moving all over the place in Cajun country right now. A lot of money is going in, a lot of money is going out. We're just trying to basically just kind of narrow and funnel my collection down to 23 cards, and it's kind of a fun venture doing it. It hurts watching my baby sell, but it helps knowing the folks that have supported this channel, the folks that have watched this channel, the folks that are still using the hierarchy as their guide to collecting, and I highly recommend it. I am too. I'm just focusing on tier 1 right now. The folks that are using the hierarchy project and the poster and the videos to kind of define how it is they collect 90s inserts and parallels, you guys have an opportunity to pick up 14 more cards from my PC if you are so inclined. And if you're not, hopefully you just got some good eye candy and we learned a little bit together on these Thursday videos. You're going to get one of these every Thursday, probably for at least the rest of 2025, if I had to guess, because like I said, I'm having to stagger it. So 33 last week, 14 this week, and maybe 50 next week, and maybe 20 next week. I don't know. I haven't even looked, but we'll record those and you'll see these videos every Thursday. If you see them and you don't like them, for God's sakes, just skip the damn video. If you're not into buying Jordan cards, this is not the video for you. Just skip it and move along, right? It's not for everybody. I can't make every video exactly what everybody wants to see, but damn it, I'm doing 8, 9 a week. Surely you can find something worth watching in there. The other thing I'll tell you is I'm buying non-Jordan stuff. I told you I am very excited about bringing in some money, put it into a war chest. Yes, I'm reinvesting it in tier 1 Jordan stuff, but for the first time in a very long time, I've actually gotten to use my investor brain, right? My temporal lobe to go make some really educated buy low, sell high decisions that I think are going to pay off. You will see more about that in the coming 30 days. There is a particular player that plays in the NBA who is at or near the top of the list of the best players in the world, whose cards are not doing what Jordan and Kobe and Steph and Curry and Jokic and Doncic and all those other guys' cards are doing, which is going up, right? Even LeBron now is going up in price. This player's cards are not. So what am I doing? I'm buying the hell out of it, and I'm buying it on a very big level, and I'm going to share that with you very soon on a mail day devoted specifically to this one particular basketball player. It may be a player that I've collected in the past. You never know. Thank you guys for watching. As always, keep collecting, stay positive in the hobby, and peace.